Hi, and welcome to NACCE's session titled Accreditation 101. The stages in the accreditation process are intentionally designed to celebrate programs where they are and provide the path they need to meet more rigorous and comprehensive standards. This session provides an overview of the process for achieving NACCE accreditation, and it is recommended for programs that are not currently accredited and who are embarking on their initial accreditation journey. My name is Rashi Sharma, and I am a relationship implementation specialist here at NACCE. I'm formerly an administrator, a kindergarten teacher, and a pre-kindergarten teacher at early childhood centers where I went through the process of NACCE accreditation. For our learning outcomes, today we will describe the benefits of NACCE accreditation. We will review the accreditation process. And lastly, we will match accreditation steps with corresponding actions. So what are the benefits of NACCE accreditation? The value of NACCE accreditation of early learning programs is that we draw from over 30 years of experience. As a reputable indicator of quality, our continuity and our adaptability in an ever-evolving field is what instills confidence within our programs. To date, more than 10,000 programs participate in our system nationwide and internationally on military bases, meaning we positively impact the lives of more than 1 million children. NACCE accreditation of early learning programs is housed within the largest professional association for early childhood educators, and we are dedicated to creating supportive communities of practice among field members. Our direct connection to leading field experts provides unique access to cutting-edge research on important topics such as developmentally appropriate practice and promotes a culture of continuous quality improvement. NACCE accreditation of early learning programs was developed and continues to be monitored by diverse and experienced early childhood professionals. The Council for NACCE Accreditation of Early Learning Programs was established by NACCE's governing board as an independent body for ensuring the equity, integrity, and accountability of our accreditation. Our system is by the field and for the field. NACCE accreditation of early learning programs greatly values our direct connection to the field, and we will continue empowering early childhood educators to be the voices for high quality care and education for our youngest learners nationwide. Let's get started with the accreditation process. The process begins with being interested and then progresses to the 4 stages, but always following our guidance of accreditation being continuous quality improvement. It is not a destination, but a journey. Expressing your interest in accreditation is really the first step, so let's get into what to do to truly start. The accreditation timeline is in your hands. We have limits, but we have no ground rules that you have to follow those. It's up to individual programs and what suits them best. With that said, where do I start? You start by going to nacce.org, our website, and then you could go to Early Learning Program Accreditation, Early Learning Program Accreditation Portal, where you will see this screen and you can press register. This is where you register your email for an account in the portal. After this, you can use our search feature. That is just an easy way to do so, and type in accreditation forms. Click on that and then use our self-report form to register for a program ID. This program ID will identify your program, and it will be important throughout every single stage of the process, even after being accredited, and this is how to get one. The program tasks while registering both your email and requesting an ID is to review the benefits of NACCE accreditation, discuss the process with staff and stakeholders, and get buy-in from all, because this is an all hands on deck type of process. Once you've registered your email for an account in the portal and have requested a program ID and have entered into the portal successfully, you will then move on to stage 1 of 4 in the accreditation process. Stage 1 is enrolling in self-study. Stage 2 is applying and self-assess. Stage 3 is becoming a candidate for a site visit. And stage 4 is maintaining accreditation. This is what the accreditation portal looks like once you have that program ID and your email is successfully registered. And when you see a screen like this, you would simply click the name of your program in the blue hyperlink. If you have more than one program that you're associated to, it will list all those programs, and you just have to make sure to click the right one to enter into that program specific portal. Stage 1, enroll and conduct self-study. How long do you think your program will spend in self-study? The answer here is 0 to 3 months, 3 to 6 months, or 6 to 12 months. Programs can spend up to 12 months in the enrollment stage. When you should move forward within those 12 months is up to you and what is best for the program. Program tasks within stage 1, enroll and self-study, is to gain an understanding of NACCE standards and assessment items and engage staff in the self-study process. You should be coming up with a plan to get a shared understanding with you and your staff of the accreditation standards and assessment items, and fully deep diving into the self-study process. During the self-study process, you want to gather evidence without actually building the portfolios, just gather, identify your program strengths and weaknesses, create an improvement plan, implement changes and document progress along the way, and evaluate the results of those changes. You will also, in the portal during stage 1, complete the enrollment checklist and submit the fee in the portal. When you've requested a program ID, you've provided information to start your program's profile. When you're ready to move forward with enrollment, you should be adding details to the program profiles. And this is the self-study process. You begin with building a shared understanding. You move on to gathering evidence. You move on to reflecting on your strengths and weaknesses and begin improvement planning to address those weaknesses. You then implement the changes that you've put into place and document the progress of it, as well as evaluate the results. And as you can see, this is an ongoing process. You go right back to building a shared understanding until you truly feel that you have studied NACCE accreditation, the standards, and the assessment items. This is our current 2019 standards and assessment items ebook, which will soon be updated to the 2022. However, this is a wonderful resource and which should be used in the self-study at this moment. It has all of the rationales, the definitions, the best practices, the assessment items, the source of evidence in which the assessment item lives. It has a lot, and it shows you where and why an assessment item is being asked for. For now, please refer to the resources for version 2022, which are the summary details of changes, changes by source of evidence, and the 4 tools you use to prepare for a site visit. But as I said already, this 2019 ebook in the meantime is still valid and a great way to conduct self-study. This is what the enrollment checklist looks like in the portal. The status, as you can see, says registered, because until you submit and complete enrollment, your status won't be enrolled. So once you complete task 1, 2, 3, program profile, program responsibilities and commitments and payment, and then press enroll now, your status will not say enrolled. So you do have to do these 3 tasks by pressing view next to them where it says on the right-hand side, completing payment, enrolling, and then you'll be in stage 1, enrollment and self-study with the status of enrolled. Stage 2, apply and self-assess. How long do you think your program will spend in stage 2? The answer is 0 to 3 months, 3 to 6 months, or 6 to 12 months, because programs can spend up to 12 months in the application stage. When you should move forward within those 12 months should be based on the plan and timeline your program has come up with. The program tasks within stage 2, apply and self-assess, are to create portfolios, observe and assess, and make necessary improvements. You should be creating and organizing your portfolios, evaluating the class and program environment using the observation tools, and making necessary improvements. In the portal, you will also complete the application checklist and submit the fee. You'll update each profile in the portal as necessary and complete each task in the checklist to move forward. Our sources of evidence, we have 4 of them, 2 being for observation for the classrooms and program, and 2 being for documentation and portfolios for the classrooms and the program. You can use binders, boxes, digital portfolios. We have no preference, nor do we license or endorse any digital portfolio software. We do have templates for the portfolios, which you can use, but you don't have to. Programs can also choose to create a classroom portfolio for each room, or they could do 1 portfolio per age group. For example, if there's 5 preschool classrooms and 2 toddler classrooms, they could do 1 preschool class portfolio and 1 toddler portfolio representing each age group. We do have a great resource on this on our website as well for shared class portfolios. Please make sure you are using these portfolio tools to create both your program and class portfolios. We cannot emphasize enough that these are the exact same tools our assessors use, as well as the observation tools. These should be used to observe the program and classroom to assess if you're meeting the best practices. Both the portfolio and observation tools can be found in Torch in the portal. And it will be under Document and Self-Assess and Observe and Self-Assess, the tabs at the top in Torch. This is what the application checklist look like in the portal. As you can see, your status says enrolled because you need to complete each task within the application checklist and submit the fee, then press apply now for you to actually be in stage 2 as an applicant, as a self-assessing program. That takes us to stage 3, being a candidate for a site visit. How long do you think your program will spend in candidacy? The answer is 0 to 3 months or 3 to 6 months, because once you submit your candidacy, which is stage 3, your visit can occur anytime within a 6-month window. Once you submit your candidacy, you're indicating to us that your program is ready to have a site visit, and your 6-month window will open up for it. Stage 3 program tasks are to complete the candidacy checklist and submit the fee in the portal. So you'll update your profiles again and complete each task. And as I said, upon approval of candidacy, you will enter into your 6-month window where you'll receive an email and notification informing you to provide your exclusion dates. Exclusion dates are days that you do not want the assessor to come, not considered closure dates. As you are a candidate, it's important to do kind of a final improvement by swapping portfolios conducting more mock observations to prepare and make any final tweaks. This is what the candidate checklist looks like. Your status says applicant because until you complete each task within stage 3 candidacy and press submit candidacy, your status will not change to candidate. So do all the tasks within the candidacy checklist, and when you're ready, because again, it'll enter you into your 6-month window for a site visit, press submit candidacy. And also remember, if you submitted your application in this screenshot on May 1st, 2020, that means you have until May 1st, 2021 to submit your candidacy. You have up to 12 months to submit between each stage. The minute you submit your candidacy and your status as candidate, you're in a 6-month window for a site visit. That takes us to our site visit. The site visit checklist in the portal will look like this. Your status will say candidate, and you will have these tasks in front of you, including the exclusion date that I mentioned earlier. It's where you input them, and the assessor will work with you on this checklist. We have site visit protocols and procedures found in Torch. Highly, highly recommend. Thorough reads, but important to read and understand. We now also have some COVID site visit protocol guidance. And here are the ways, this is how to achieve accreditation. You must meet 100% of the required items. 70% of the assessment items in each class assessed, 60% of the items in each single standard, 80% of assessed items in our 10 standards across all standards. So an average of 80% across all standards, minimum of 60% for each, average of 80. And there's only 2 decisions, and that is accredited or deferred. But if you are deferred, please don't give up. You can make it happen. It does allow for a lot of self-reflection and ultimately program improvement. This brings us to stage 4 if you are accredited. First and foremost, make sure you celebrate. It is a huge achievement. You should not take it lightly. You should promote it in your newsletters, in the media. You should use the NACCE logos. You should print out certificates to display. Absolutely celebrate. It is a big deal and it is a huge achievement. The accreditation timeframe is a 5-year term. So each year, this is what you would do. You would submit an annual report on the anniversary of your valid until date on years 1 through 4. You will re-engage in self-study to keep track of any updates and keep yourself fresh. You will use the accreditation decision report to know what items you did not meet and therefore use as a guide. And you will prepare for your renewal site visit, which will happen after you submit your 4th annual report. Our recommendation is to start doing and updating your portfolios after your 3rd annual report submission, which means that around year 2, you should really be gathering more evidence again. And by the submission of your 4th annual report, you'll be in another 6-month window for a site visit for renewal. And this is what your portal will look like when you are accredited. It's your annual report. They're found in the program dashboard in the same place where all the other checklists were when you were going through the process. If your valid until date, for example, says December 1st, 2025, your 1st annual report would be due on December 1st, 2021. You just log in and you would click where it says 1st annual report and the report would load. And then you complete each task in the list where you'll get a green check mark when it's complete, and each year's fee is dependent on the amount of children enrolled. You can find the accreditation fee worksheet on our website. And make sure to update NAEYC. There's certain things to update us on, such as 72-hour incidents, which are like the revocation or the suspension of a program's license to operate, as outlined in the eligibility requirements. Any contact changes, such as change of director, needs to be done using our self-report form, which is the same one you used when you registered for a program ID, but this time you select add new contact or remove or update. And all other changes, such as program name change, that can be done in the portal itself. So let's test what we've learned. At which stage will your program conduct mock visits? Stage 3, when you are a candidate. At which stage will your program observe classroom environment? Stage 2, when you are an applicant and you're self-assessing and you're using the observation tools to your advantage. At which stage will your program engage staff and families? Stage 1 and trick question, all stages. You're going to want them to be involved in the process at all times. At which stage will your program create portfolios? Stage 2, when you are an applicant and you're self-assessing and using the portfolio tools to your advantage. At which stage will your program gather lesson plans? Stage 1, when you are enrolled and conducting self-study and you're organizing everything to prepare for stage 2. And lastly, at which stage will your program gain an understanding of the standards and assessment items? Stage 1, again, during self-study, but I recommend doing this throughout the accreditation process, even after you've achieved accreditation. Always keep yourself up to date and fresh on everything going on with NAEYC accreditation of early learning programs. For any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to email accreditation.information@naeyc.org. Again, that's accreditation.information@naeyc.org. Thank you for watching. Please note that this recording is valid for 1 year from the date of delivery, barring any NAEYC updates or changes. Take care.